What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do our first modification to my brand new motorcycle. It's a 2018 Honda CBR1000rr. So you know what time it is. Let's go. All right, before we kick things off, I first want to welcome everybody that is new to the channel. If you like fast cars, you like motorcycles, this might just be your channel. So definitely welcome everybody that is new here. I hope you like what you see. Explore the channel and have fun with it. That's the end goal. That is what we do here, is we just like to have fun. All right, here we go. 2018 CBR 1000rr. I am loving this bike so far. I've had it for about a week now, and we are taking things slow, as we talked about in the last video, but I love how this matches the color scheme on my 2019 Mustang GT. So you got primarily a red bike, and then you have the black with the white accents, which is, you know, very reminiscent of what we did with my other car, which we call Carnage. But yes, I am in love with this thing. Yeah, we got our Corsa's key tag here, so we can always remember that we're on a bike, but we still love our Mustang stuff here too. Awesome company. I love this thing. So beautiful. This is honestly like one of the best looking leader bikes that you can get like in a new model without going, you know, too old, but it is gorgeous. All right, guys, here we go. So what we are going to install today is something that I think probably everybody should invest in. Not having a phone readily available on your bike, because it's always in your pocket or bag or something like that, is, you know, it is what it is. But this should be able to solve that. This is a RAM mount I got from my local motorcycle shop, and it comes in like, you can get it, I guess, as a kit, but I bought like basically it in 3 different packages. So you got the short arm. They do make these longer versions of this, and then you have this guy here, which is all going to piece together, and then this on top, and it's going to be able to hold your cell phone in like that. So just sit in between, and this is very sturdy. That's got a lot of, that should grip really well. That's pretty tough. So the kit comes with all this you see here. So you got your adapter that goes in the stem there. Got these like kind of like tooth looking washer things that goes on the bottom. Your hardware. I have no clue what this is. We'll have to dig through the instructions, some kind of glue or something. Rubber pad that's going to clip onto around the edges of the phone once it's mounted. And what is in here? But yeah, this is RAM mounts. So the fork stem base, and it comes with the, like I said, I bought 3 different packages so I can piece it all together. But, okay, we got a sticker. Everybody likes stickers. And then, yeah, it looks like some instructions. There you go. This is pretty self-explanatory there, but I pretty much know what I'm doing. What you're going to need as well is some Allen keys. I think you need like a 3mm and something to cut with, something like maybe like this or a pick. And that's pretty much it. All right, the first thing you need to do is take this guy out here. I've already got it loose, but they just pop off. You can get a pick or maybe a flathead or something like that to take this off. And then we'll just set it to the side over here. And it leaves you with this empty hole down in there, which this is going to fit down in there, hopefully. I have read that these may not work on the, nope, it's not gonna. That sucks. Okay. So the idea is that, you know, a lot of these bikes have this smaller hole here, and this will fill in that gap. Use the washers over there, which will explain how to do it, and then it kind of spreads inside down here to hold that whole assembly, you know, intact so it doesn't fly off, and that's not going to fit either. But luckily, we have a solution. I watched another video. I'm going to translate as best I can in this one, but yeah, we're going to have to go to the store and do some shopping, because we're not going to be able to use any of this. And we got this. This is what you're going to need right here. And it's a little bit smaller than this guy here. So it looks about the same there, but it's just a little bit smaller, so it will fit down inside like this. And you're going to have to push it too. But what you want to do is get it down so it's snug, and then you're going to cut off. So mark and then cut off the area here, because you want that to fit down inside like that. But this is going to be your part numbers here. So I went to Lowe's and then just pick up this. So it's a number 4, And then there's all your information there. But you're gonna need that for a 2017 and up CBR1000 at least. And all right, so once you have it down snug, you don't have to really cram it down in there, but I'm just gonna go around with like a little scalpel here and just kind of mark my areas. That way we can cut this thing once we get it off. Something like this, just be real careful. I'm not gonna dig into it with it on the bike, but I just wanna mark my holes a little bit. So now we have our lines where we can go ahead and carefully cut and just get a little bit of it off, and then it will fit flush down inside. All right, so now we can come back and we can clean up this a little bit. All right, and that's what we are left with. So just took a little bit off, about this much here. So not a whole lot. It's just a few millimeters maybe. Next thing you do is you drill a small little hole all the way through it as straight as you can so that you can take your screw here and let's see, it's a little tight, but should be able to get that thing down in there, and then we can put our washers on, put the base together, and can assemble the rest of it. Okay, so to put the base together, you're gonna take your newly drilled out little thing here, whatever you wanna call it, rubber stopper, and you're gonna find your little tooth washer things, find the best one that fits the bottom. So for me, it's gonna be the second largest there, and I'm gonna use that, so we'll twist that off. The teeth are gonna go towards it like this, right? And then what you're gonna do for the top is it comes with different washers here. You're gonna find the one that best suits the top. So I'm gonna use the biggest one there. We have our base, we're gonna shove our screw down there like this, put our washer on like that, and then we're gonna thread this guy in there. Spin this baby on there. Now when you cut this thing, try to make sure that this guy right here, where you cut, is as flat as possible so that you have a nice even coverage against this washer here. Making progress. My hands are reaching muscle failure. Okay. Now what we do is we find our tooth little washer there, put that there, and it comes with this little gold nut, and then just make sure it slots right in there like that. So the base will look something like this, complete. Next thing we're gonna do is put it in the bike, just like that. Get it real down in there. The idea is, before we actually do this, get it out of there, is as you tighten this top Allen key here, it's going to spread, it's going to compress this rubber and then spread it inside here. So that's the whole thing. It's the whole idea. Make sure it's really down in there. Now you can tighten it up. And then if you want to move this ball around like this, which we might do, or maybe off to the side, you just take this loose a little bit and then, you know, you can rotate it as you wish, but we're gonna get this guy tight. Now, real quick, if you're having issues, I didn't get mine tight enough, so you do wanna make sure that these teeth actually bite into this rubber down here. So when you have it off of the motorcycle, actually get this thing tight enough to actually cut into the rubber, and then you can sink it in and it's gonna tighten like it's supposed to. Just word of the wise, just learn from that, and you should be good to go, smooth sailing. Okay, now, if you have it in there all the way tight, you might have a little bit of movement, but I really have to force this thing around. So you're fighting rubber, so it's gonna get real tight. Just keep going until you just can't. But I don't think you're gonna break it because you're just expanding the rubber. So it's gonna take a lot of force. But down there, this washer is very flush with this whole assembly here, and that's the way you want it, so it's not going to wiggle back and forth. And now we can move on to the rest of the installation, which should be easy. This is honestly the hardest part, but yeah, that's the way it should look right there. All right, to finish things off, we have our mount here, so it'll sit something like this. It could be off to the side, wherever you want to put it, but this is the XL grip, so it comes with this rubber piece, which is going to strap on the edges of the phone. I'll show you once we're done. But you got this center hole here, so you're just gonna slide it over like that. And then take your arm. This is a short arm. They make different sizes, but you should be able to fit it just like this, right there. And then we're just gonna tighten it up. And now we have a mount, and we can move this any which way that we want so that it's comfortable and we can view our GPS or, you know, listen to music or whatever you want to do right here. It's secure. It's not going to come off so long as this base piece down here is tight. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to finish this up. We'll come back. We'll look at it. And yeah, that's about it. All right, because I have an iPhone XS Max, this thing is, I don't think it's quite big enough, but I'm just going to go without it. Because once I actually mount the phone in here, I mean, it takes force. I mean, I've got about 10 pounds of pressure to move these. So I don't think that I'm going to lose my phone. I'm not going to go out there and do like power wheelies or anything crazy, but I think that at speed, this is probably fine. And we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. But the earlier models, I don't think come with this rubber piece anyway. But this is what it looks like. But yeah, so I moved the ball up here facing forward. Everything is nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. If I do this, I'm actually moving the motorcycle itself. So it's very secure. And yeah, but good job. Other than having to go to Lowe's and spend like $1 or something on that little rubber piece, this is a great product, it seems so far. So only thing left to do really is get on the road, give it a shot, give it a test, and then yeah, that's it. All right, guys, that wraps up this one. Another video in the books. If you're new here, again, please explore the channel. You know, whether you like Mustangs, Camaros, all that stuff. We have an adrenaline, like, I don't know, there's something wrong with us. We like to go fast. We like to build things, and that's mostly what you'll find on this channel is a lot of how-to stuff. You know, your typical vlogs and things like that, but a lot of racing content as well. So it's kind of a channel for everybody, and I think that bringing the motorcycle onto the channel is a good way to capture, you know, everybody likes bikes, mostly. You know, maybe not everybody likes to ride, but everybody can appreciate them. And I really am enjoying this bike right here. I think it's awesome. And now I have my first modification done to it. So I can GPS and all that stuff right there, pretty much on the dash like it would be a car. So my phone's not hidden in my pocket. And I think it's going to be secure. I don't think it's going to fall off. I think it looks good. It's not too big, not too bulky. I think it's a good product. I think all in all, it's about 60 or 70 bucks for everything. And you know, as much as we live on our phones, but look at this. When I compress this all the way, I mean, you can put like a 7-inch tablet or something in there. And I think it's very secure. Absolutely. Hard Delrin, you know, with metal and stuff like that. And then that piece that we bought down there seems to be holding up fine. But yeah, this is the motorcycle. This is what's going to be on the channel for a long time. It's going to be the project bike. We are also bringing eventually something else to the channel, maybe like an older Mustang or something like that. That way we can tear it up and then build it from the ground up and gut the interior, restore it, all of that. But we have our main car for the channel, which is unfortunately not here right now. It's really cool that this completely matches the car. No, this is not gonna be called Carnage 2. This is, I think we're gonna call it a little bit. Let me know in the comments what you think about that name if you like it, because I mean, yeah, again, just a little bit of power. But all right, that wraps up this video. Hopefully you found it informative and you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna go ride around and try this guy out some more. All right, well, that officially brings us to a close. Hopefully, again, you found this video informative. And if you're riding stuff like this or driving your Mustangs, Camaros, whatever it may be careful on the road, and I'll see you next time.